Now, this is the part of the interview that I call the Picture
great.
Association part.
Yay.
So we're going to go down through memory lane. But what I like about it is it shows the audience, in my opinion, why you embody Moxie and why I wanted to have you as a guest on the show. So what's going on in this first one here?
That is me and my awesome baby sister, Alicia.
Okay.
I guess we were probably about 18 months old. And I love that picture because that's my evidence picture that my youngest son looks a lot like me.
Okay. Now, what's going on here?
So that's my family and my dad's best friend, Sonny, who's no longer with us. We were in Daytona Beach, Florida. So we went down there. We would drive down there oftentimes in a one-way, without stopping, no overnight stays because we couldn't afford a hotel room. The car had no air condition, and my sister and I would usually fight, but as you see, once we got on the beach, it was all about building a sandcastle.
That's great. And now we flash forward. Looks like high school graduation.
Yeah, that awkward phase. Yeah, where
we all get
big
the picture.
Hair, the pure white gown.
Yes.
Yeah, good old Sacred Heart.
There you go. And here's the love of your life. Talk about this guy.
Yeah, so I already mentioned we met at Air Force ROTC, and so that is actually in Brown County, Indiana.
Oh, it's a beautiful place.
Right, probably when we first started dating. So we dated off and on for 13 years before we got married. So we know each other in and out. He's my rock and awesome guy.
So I want to take a brief segue about him for a moment. I know the interview is about you, but you both started a company, and we'll show it in a minute, QSR Automation. Can you speak to a moment about that experience?
Well, so he and I, as I mentioned, we dated off and on for 13 years. So when he kind of first started the company, we had just started dating again after one of our breaks.
Right.
And we were actually living in two different cities at that time. So he actually would come down to South Texas and spend several weeks in South Texas and do nothing but program as he started his company. And I would work doing my environmental engineering. And that was kind of the beginnings of time of QSR.
I'm going to hold up.
And it was just him and his partner at that point. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's
so we started
phenomenal.
off just 2 people. It's built up to over 100, nearly 150 people.
Got a headquarters coming and everything.
We have a current headquarters, but we've got a new technology campus coming. We've expanded outside of our original headquarters, and growth has been tremendous.
It is. Now, what is this one?
So that's like a consumer app. So it's a way to, it's like a wait list instead of OpenTable. So this is like OpenTable does reservation only type of restaurants. Dine Time is geared towards establishments that do more of wait list, that are maybe a faster turnover, an Applebee's or or a Chili's or that type of restaurant, BJ's.
And here he is in a nice still I found online talking about QSR. In front of a food line.
It's kind of fun to go into an airport and you see a restaurant in an airport and you see your equipment there. It's pretty phenomenal. Or Disney World for that matter. So it's pretty cool.
And so I love this one here. The Metro Council
4 years ago.
Wow. So talk about that for a moment. When you made the decision to run, what was that feeling like? I ran for office. I wasn't successful. And I know what that feels like because of what you have to do with your career and your family. It's a big decision. And for anyone watching out there that might be thinking about running for office, what was that thought like?
It is. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid.
It is.
And you hope that you can build up support. And then for me, being kind of that OCD engineer person that I am, I had to have a process for doing it. And I had to, I developed all my own statistics within my district about where I should focus efforts to try and get out and the ways I should get out and communicate with people. That was a phenomenal time. So I'm actually looking very much forward to the next 12 months to campaign again.
That's great.